If you don't like this video in the next 3.08 seconds, you'll wake up with no teeth. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sens here, and I'm back again with another video for you guys. And in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you guys and basically explaining the best Fortnite players from each season. This is from season 1, from chapter 1 all the way to season 1 from chapter 2. Now, to start off in chapter 1, season 1, we're gonna start off by doing Mr. Grims. Now, a lot of you guys may know him if you're like OGs, but a lot of you guys may not if you're new to the game. But basically, Grims is a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber, and he basically dominated in Fortnite in season 1. Okay, no one knew how to edit or build, and basically he introduced that to the community. Okay, he excelled at aiming and positioning, and that was really his main skill gap. Like, that was the main skill gap back then, and he made that skill gap more wider, because like without him everyone would be bots, and like he basically introduced non-botastically skills. So he was way ahead of his time, and he basically dropped 20 and 30 bombs every single game he played. And this was 2 years ago in 2017, which is really crazy how someone that early on could be so good. And a lot of people didn't even start playing the game yet, and he still managed to wipe out squads like really easily. Okay, but the thing is, he disliked the building that was introduced in the game and didn't like the bugs, so he eventually just stopped playing the game. And he basically just checks on the game every once in a while, and he posts on it sometimes, but not really consistently. And he doesn't stream as much as he used to on Fortnite because he just doesn't appreciate what was there in the first place. Moving on to season 2, we have TSM Myth. Now, he's another player that is truly ahead of his time, and basically he relies on his aim and gun skill basically after Grims did. But then he introduced building. Okay, so he basically mastered building before he even became a norm. At that time, an average season 2 player literally learned to begin building walls and ramps just for protection. He literally uses it for high ground, and he knows how to make smart edits. And also, like, he even invented the ramp rush and the scissor ramps, the stuff that we use today, but we implement our own style to it. But he invented that. He knows what he's doing. One thing about him is that he just loved to sit and camp in a 1x1 all game long, but that also got him the #1 spot for solo wins in season 2. And basically, he didn't focus too much on competitive games, but more on content. Now, he is still in TSM Myth. He still plays Fortnite till this day. He is just not like the comp side of Fortnite. He's focused on content, making people laugh, basically entertaining more than competing, which is not a bad thing at all. It's just some people have preferences, and you know, some people like to see more comp nowadays. But you know, content is still a great thing. People like to laugh, people like to smile. You know, he's a very entertaining person. That's why I put him at number 2. I mean, the best player for season 2. Next up is Ninja. Now, he was one of the first players to have the full package in terms of skill. His aim was top tier. His building was amazing at the same time. Like that's incredible. He is incredibly smart in game, and basically he would push everyone he saw and would win every single time he pushed someone. And if he didn't win, it was because there was some kind of glitch or something, or you know, if someone, you know, got lucky, or someone a little bit better than him got that playoff. But you know, he had the full package. He knew what he was doing. He was like really aggressive and knew how to pull it off 99.9% of the time. He was good enough to play aggressive, and you know, he comes out on top. Now, he doesn't even focus on, like, he still plays Fortnite to this day. He's a great role model to this day in the Fortnite community. He plays an important role for everything in the community. Now, and he doesn't even focus on competitive games anymore. Basically, he just wants content. He likes making content for people. He's like TSM Myth kind of fell off, but Ninja same thing, but you know, Ninja's still like a little bit more popular than TSM Myth. And he basically Ninja plays a good role in everyone's life, Fortnite life. And like I said, he's not a comp player anymore, but he was still 2 points off to qualify for the World Cup, even though, like I said, he's not focused on comp at all, which is kind of crazy, because imagine playing for fun and then winning like millions of dollars just for doing that, which he does with his streaming career. But imagine just like going to a World Cup for playing for fun. That's kind of like a soccer player just, you know, playing in the playing in his backyard, and you know, really just wins like millions of dollars in the World Cup. It's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, for season 4 we have TSM Hamlins. Now we brought back another TSM member for season 4. Now the reason is, you know, TSM is, you know, recruiting some good players, and you know, TSM Hamlins was the best during this time, okay? So basically, he had literally the best mechanics of all time in season 4. And you know, people because of him started to focus more on their speed and quickness of their builds. And you know, build battles became more popular in the meta just because of this guy and how he plays in the game. He's one of the fastest and the smoothest builders during this time. He's also one of the best double pumpers around. You will see in these clips right now that he's like really crazy with the double pump. When it was a thing. And you know, I've never played against him, but everyone I've seen is scared to play against him just because of his skill, and that basically helped him win a lot of solo scrims against pros. Okay, they've been doing pro scrimmages, and he won a lot of them. But like the past people, like I just talked about, like with Ninja and TSM Myth, he fell into the content creating side, so no comp for him. But his skill and everything all together is the reason why he's on the #1 list for chapter 1 season 4. Now season 5 is kind of hard, but we're gonna go with Ghost Bizzle. Now when it comes to comp Fortnite, he's one of the greats. He gained a ton of success during the summer skirmish and the fall skirmish, and placed second place in 3 of them, and I'm pretty sure he participated in 5 of them, but placed second place in just 3 of them, which is not that bad at all. And he ended up winning $180,000 in the summer skirmish, and you know, basically at that time he was the highest earning pro Fortnite player. And it's just crazy because someone that was new to the community just came out and just won $180,000 out of nowhere, and he just blew up off of that. And his game sense will help him stay on top as long as Fortnite lives. So you can expect to see him a while in the community. Make sure you guys just check all these people out, because obviously they're the best. On to season 6 now. We're gonna have Tfue, and I know a lot of you guys were waiting for Tfue, but yeah, in a lot of people's minds, he's literally the true GOAT. Okay, he's been OG since season 1, and a lot of people still think he's still the best in chapter 2. But he really is the GOAT. He's the MVP. He's like a veteran in the Fortnite community. He was a top player from the start, so I mean, you can't complain on him. And he was literally the first person to truly outplay Ninja, and that was in season 3, and this is chapter 2 season 1, and it's literally crazy. But yeah, he's on the season 6 list, because after that season 3 killing Ninja, he got a chance to like prove himself to a lot of people, and he won the week 2 and the week 4 solo competitions in the fall skirmish, and they were like the 2 hardest solo tournaments back then. He also won the week 6 LAN event with Cloaksy at TwitchCon and won over $500,000, and he still remains a top competitor in the Fortnite community, and that's why he was chosen for Season 6. For Season 7, we have Mr. Savage. Now, he was only 14 at the time, so he couldn't get invited to events, but like he was able to play in EU pop-up cups, and he consistently plays at the top. He set the world record for the most points in the pop-up cup in general. And you know, he has insanely fast mechanics and has the ability to outplay most people. And you know, a few months after like the restriction for the age restriction, I'm pretty sure it was like 16 and up, they lowered it to 13 and up. So once that happened, he won over $200,000 in prize money, and that gives you an explanation of why he's on this list for Season 7. For Season 8, I'm gonna have to go with Clicks. Now, he was pretty much a nobody for Season 8 until he qualified for the World Cup 5 separate times, in which 3 times were for the solos and then 2 times for duos. And basically he blew up because he was well ahead with the current meta back in the day. He literally just mastered box fights and turtling before it became a big thing, and before all that I guess he knew the future, and then you know, here they are, a big thing, and he was well ahead of the meta, and here you go today. But it's not, I mean, this is self-explanatory. Season 8, this was Clix' time. He qualified 5 different times. I don't understand, like, how, like, he won't be on this list. But yeah, that is why he's on the Season 8 portion of this list. Moving on to some more recent times, a clear winner for Season 9 is Booga. He placed first in the week 1 of the World Cup qualifiers. Most people thought he wasn't even gonna make it, but he literally did the opposite and won the World Cup, the Fortnite World Cup, by 26 points, and he nearly doubled second place in points, and he made himself $3 million, which made him the highest earning Fortnite player in the world. Now imagine a 16-year-old winning $3 million off of a little bit of practice and you know, some connections, and then winning. So I mean, that's kind of like crazy to me. Like it is possible, guys, and that's why he deserves the #1 spot for Season 10 on this list. Season 10 though, there is one player that has not yet been on this list, and that is FaZe Mongrel, or you guys know him as Mongrel. But he has aimbot like aim. His building and editing are faster than any other creative warrior in the game so far. And he's always performing well in tournaments, especially in the Fortnite Championship Series. I don't know if you guys seen that, but literally his trio won 3 weeks, like first place in 3 weeks, and placed second place in another 2 weeks, okay? And he also won 2 cash cups as well. And if he just keeps on grinding, he could potentially win best Fortnite player of all time. Some of you guys think that right now, but I'm talking about stats, everything. Like everything is on him will be #1, and hopefully he'll get there. All he needs to do is just keep going on his grind, and he'll be good. But yeah, that's it for the Mongrel. That's also it for Chapter 1. Time for Chapter 2, and since we're in Season 1, we're gonna go only up to Season 1. But yeah, let's do this. Last but not least, for Chapter 2 Season 1, we have Benji Fishy. Now all he plays is tournaments, and he knows how to communicate. He's a great communicator. He's a great editor and building when it comes to box fights. I almost said fort fights for some reason. He has an amazing IQ. He just knows how to be a leader and knows how to lead his team to a victory no matter what. Like, if their team is muted, they'll still win. Like, it doesn't matter. He just knows how to carry and knows how to just lead along with Mongrel, because he does play with Mongrel a lot as well. He's also a quick thinker, and he's an action taker. All he does is just, I don't know how he thinks like these ways, like his tactics so quickly, and he just does it right away, okay? I don't know how he does that. He probably practices a lot. He's quick with his hands, especially because he's on a keyboard and mouse. On controller, you don't really have to do that as much, but you know, he has a lot of keys to work with, and he knows how to use them to his advantage. He knows how to he's very quick, and yeah, that's why he's on that position right now. But yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.